investigation. And you were asked earlier if there was already an action taken by the AMLAC. Ang sabi nyo, you are meticulously investigating, conducting your investigation. She asked you again, when will be the filing of a freeze order be done by the AMLAC on the assets of the subject corporation? Ang sabi nyo, meticulously investigating pa rin. Now, baka yung sobrang meticulous yung pag-iimbestiga nyo, maubos na yung property ni Empire 999 at maibenta na sa iba. And that is exactly the reason why we are all asking you to take the immediate action that you should in order to prevent this from happening. You know, we have information na those involved in other illegal activities, especially yung mga kawani ng gobyerno na kung saan ay naakusahan, naka-akusahan pa lamang sila, ay na-freeze kaagad yung kanilang bank accounts, no? Pero ito, na klarong-klaro na hindi po Pilipino, bumili ng lupa, fraudulently acquired Filipino citizenship, na-discover na merong droga o drugs doon sa loob ng kanyang pagmamayaring warehouse. Isn't this all enough basis? Or if you're saying probable cause lang, di ba? Klarong-klaro yan, Attorney Dumale.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we do understand the necessity of the action of the AMLC, but if you will recall, Mr. Chair, we have waited first for the filing of the unlawful activity in coordination with the NBI, which was filed, I think, last third quarter of this year, Mr. Chair. So that's why we are able to establish one of the elements, which is the existence of unlawful activity, Mr. Chair.
That's another issue because we will also call the attention of the NBI in this particular Empire 999 case, no? We've been waiting for them to file a case against the incorporators of this Empire 999. I don't know. Have we been, Comsec, have we been, has the NBI informed the committee about a case that was filed against Empire 999? Meron ba tayong information?
Wala. Sir, I will check the records first.
Sige. So, later, sige, attorney, please approach Congresswoman Luistro.
Mr. Chair, I just want to manifest that the provision referred to by AMLA, RA 9160, unlawful activities as defined under AMLA includes violation of Securities and Regulation Code. Is it not that this law was apparently violated when they misrepresented themselves as Chinese nationals in making it appear that Empire 999 is a Filipino corporation which enabled them to acquire the real properties which are supposedly exclusive for Filipino nationals only? It makes mention as well, Mr. Chair, violation of Dangerous Drugs Act. And at the very least, Mr. Chair, it makes mention about felonies or offenses of a similar nature that are punishable under the penal laws of other countries. I am inclined to believe that the last provision of this long enumeration intends to provide us flexibility in order to address similar situations, Mr. Chair.
I absolutely agree with you, Congresswoman Luistro. So, anong masasabi niyo dyan, Attorney Dumale?
Mr. Chair, first on the SRC violation. SRC violation, that is lawful activity of the MLC, refers to investment scheme similar to Ponzi, Mr. Chair. The falsification of birth records to establish a corporation, supposedly a Filipino corporation, could be a violation of the corporation code but not the SRC, Mr. Chair.
Nevertheless, Mr. Chair, to be able to engage in all these investments, which are under the jurisdiction of the Securities and Exchange Commission, they were able to use this illegally incorporated corporation. Di po ba? So it entails violation not only the Philippine Corporation Code, but also the Securities and Exchange Securities Regulation Code. I do not understand, Mr. Chair, why AMLA, with all due respect, seems to be so passive that instead of finding ways to be able to use this beautiful law, and I believe responsive AMLA law, to all these given situations, they're trying to reject the possibility of using the same to secure the assets of these persons in interest, Mr. Chair. Nevertheless, Mr. Chair, we will be welcoming the information that they intend to volunteer to the committee in private. Meantime, Mr. Chair, due to the interest of time and to give time to my fellow members, I will be yielding to the other members of the committee.
Okay. Thank you, Congresswoman Luistro. The next to interpolate is Congressman Ernix Junicio. You have 10 minutes. In the meantime, while Congressman Junicio is interpolating, now that the AMLAC has approached Congresswoman Luistro, please proceed, Congressman Junicio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd just like to expound on the questions that was been asked by Congresswoman Luistro. Sa ano po, sa PIDEA, sir, magandang hapon po sa inyo. Just to expound sa presentation niyo po kanina, nabanggit kasi may mga concernings na information sa akin na nabagabag ako dahil nabanggit yung lugar ko sa Tondo. Doon po ako representing the people of Tondo in the city of Manila. Sir, just to give clarity dun sa mga nabanggit kanina, 530 kilos of shabu yung na-aresto o yung nahuli natin, 3.6 billion worth. Is this correct? Last September 24, 2023, Your Honor? Ito po
Sir, it is already on, Mr. Chair, it is already on September 27.
27.
It was taken from SBMA Port of Subic on September 22. But with the series of control delivery, it was apprehended again in Mexico, Pampanga on September 27, 2000. And correction, sir, for the weight of the shabu recovered, it's 560 initially, but that is with packaging. Until it was weighed in the laboratory, I think it's 529.70. That is the net weight.
Thank you. Proceeding po tayo doon sa raid nga doon sa Mexico, Pampanga. The agencies that were involved with regard to this raid is PIDEA, NBI, at sino pa nga po ulit?
Bureau of Customs and the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, Mr. Chair.
But sino po ang lead agency who really spearheaded the raid?
It is the National Bureau Investigation, sir.
The NBI. May representative ba tayo na NBI dito, sir? Sir, just checking because I have some questions to be asked later. Okay. Moving on po, sino po yung mga opisyalis natin na nag-lead nung raid na to? Yung mga head po ng agencies who spearheaded it.
On the NBI side, sir, it is the senior there. What I saw is Agent Attorney Galicia. Ours during the control delivery, it was our two regional directors of NCR and director of Region 3. And I do not recognize the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency and that of the Bureau of Customs, Mr. Chair.
Yung control delivery na nabanggit niyo po ngayon, ibig sabihin po nito yung may mga drugs na parang pain natin para mahuli yung mga culprits po. Tama po ba?
Yun, sir, yung na-recover namin sa Subic Port. Yun yung mga yung i-deliver natin doon sa warehouse.
Oh, yun yung supposedly na na-intercept po natin.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Now, ano po yung binabanggit natin kanina? Moving on kasi, nabanggit kasi na dapat i-deliver sa Tondo, Manila eh. Supposedly. Ano po ba yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga location supposedly, sir?
Sir, the exact date is, the exact place sir, is Binondo.
So, hindi po sa Tondo.
Sorry, sir. It's not Tondo.
But nonetheless, sa Maynila.
Yes, sir.
O, kaya nga ako na-alarma kasi, bakit po ba sa Binondo? If I'm not bakit po ba sa Binondo?
That was the original destination of the cargo, Mr. Chair. Binondo, Manila.
And why is it Binondo, Manila? Is it because meron silang warehouse doon?
Sir, maybe the NBI could answer that.
NBI? Any comments po? Bakit po ba supposedly dadalhin yung mga illegal na droga sa Binondo, Maynila?
Again, Mr. Chair, may we kindly ask that Attorney Galicia be recognized for the details of this case. He is the chief of the Task Force Anti-Illegal Drugs and is the team leader of that particular operations.
Okay, Attorney Galicia, please. Please proceed, Congressman Junicio.
Mr. Chairman, Your Honor,
Yes, the question was, Mr. Chair, bakit po ba supposedly nalagay sa mapa o bakit dadalhin sa Binondo, Maynila yung mga droga?
that was the address of the consignee, Mr. Chairman.
No, the reason for the questions of this humble representation, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, is I would like to establish the fact kung meron po ba silang mga warehouses, ito nga Empire 999, doon sa amin sa lungsod ng Maynila.
None, Your Honor. When we checked the address, it was inexistent. So it's not an existing address, Mr. Chairman.
So walang address talaga. Because there's information that this humble representation received ayon sa SEC papers ng Empire 999, ang principal place of business nito ay nasa Unit 2909, 29th floor, World Trade Center, 1 Luna Corner, Dasmariñas Street, Binondo, Manila. Is that accurate?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, but they did not really occupy that office.
So parang bogus address lang yon sa Maynila.
They just use it for purposes of applying for a SEC registration.
So just, Mr. Chair, just to clarify and to make certain, meron po bang na-deliver na drugs as a matter of fact sa Tondo, Binondo, or anywhere in the city of Manila?
None, Your Honor.
That's good to know. Moving on sa PIDEA ulit, sino-sino po ba yung mga may-ari? Just to establish the fact na mga tinanong ni Congressman Luistro kanina, the owners of Empire 999, mga incorporators, can we enumerate it again? I do believe this is part of the matrix that you presented earlier, ASEC.
Yes, Mr. Chair, but it was not highlighted. So the other incorporators of Empire 999 Realty Incorporated is Willie Ong, Jack T. Yang.
Sorry to cut you, ASEC, no? Willie Ong is an incorporator, but other than that, what is his position in the company?
We don't know, Mr. Chair.
There has been reports that he is the chairman and the president of the company. Is that correct fact?
According to PAOK, sir, yes.
Thank you. Let's proceed, sir.
I said the other incorporators, as you are asking, sir, is I mentioned already Jack T. Yang, Michelle C., Elaine Chua, and I.D.T. Yang.
Sino po si Samson Guo Yang?
I believe it was not mentioned here, sir.
We have reports that this certain individual is the director and assistant corporate secretary. Probably some of the information that this humble representation has, I will just forward to you for further information gathering, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, if I may also ask, no, on the last note, at present, ano na po ba ang naging development sa raid na naganap ng Mexico, Pampanga? May mga kaso ba tayo na naisampa? Specifically, what the chair is asking earlier, it is imperative that we file the necessary cases so that other agencies of our government will be able to act accordingly. Time is of the essence, sir. So categorically, has NBI or any agencies of our government have filed cases regarding the raid on Mexico, Pampanga?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we already filed the case for violation of RA 9165, falsification of public documents and violation of passport law, Your Honor.
When was this, sir?
Last August, Mr. Chairman.
Again, tama po ba narinig ko? May kasama na po ba yung drugs dito? Hindi pa?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we already filed the violation of RA 9165.
So, just again, kay Pidea, ano po ba ang connection ng Empire 99 Realty doon sa Mexico, Pampanga raid, sir?
Empire 999, sir, is the owner of the warehouse.
Doon sa Mexico, Pampanga.
Mexico, Pampanga.
So, it is certain, without a doubt, it is established that Empire 99 and the drug raid in Mexico, Pampanga is one and the same. Sila nag-operate nito. Tama po ba, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
In your humble opinion, as matagal na rin po kayo siguro sa PIDEA, ASEC, tama po ba?
2 years in PDEA, sir. 36 years in the Philippine National Police.
Okay, so matagal na kayo sa law enforcement. I'd like to ask both PIDEA and NBI, in your honest opinion, ano po ba sa tingin nyo ang kadahilanan kung bakit itong mga Chinese nationals na naghahasik ng illegal na mga gawain dito sa bansa natin, bakit po ba sila lumalaki? Bakit nagagawa nila itong mga falsification of documents, acquiring illegal land? Ano po bang sa tingin ninyo? So, gusto ko lang marinig yung honest opinion po ninyo.
Some of our agencies are supporting the Chinese, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. Paki.
Some of our government agencies are supporting the Chinese regarding this matter.
Ano pong agency yan, sir?
As what we have, as what I have observed during the conferences or the meetings that we have since last year, what we have mentioned there is the LRA, the PSA. That's what I can recall, sir.
NBI, in your humble opinion, bakit ba nakakaporma? In layman's term, bakit ba umuubra yung mga illegalistang gawain ng mga Chinese nationals na to?
Mr. Chairman, there are many factors, no? But
In a nutshell,
yes, Mr. Chairman. First, because we're very lax. And there's corruption. Obviously, there's corruption in our government.
thank you. Mr. Chair, just to like to manifest from what I've heard from the very tedious and detailed interpellation of Congresswoman Luistro, and with the answers of our different agencies in law enforcement, in my own observation, para kasing ang dami nating agencies who are not really working together, that's one. Number two, yung iba nating agencies are being passive, not proactive. Alam na nilang meron ng kakulangan o meron ng semblance of irregularity, yet we are still waiting for more evidence rather than them gathering it themselves. Mr. Chair, I really appeal to different agencies in our government, especially law enforcement. We have to be proactive. Galing sa dating administration and even the present, we have to all work together para yung mga illegalistang Chinese na to, and also Filipinos who are coddling, some politicians pa who are coddling the illegal ways of these Chinese nationals. We have to put a stop to it. That's why Quadcom is really doing its job. So kailangan namin ng cooperation. Sir, AMLA, if I just may appeal, I do understand that you are doing the best, but we have to really be proactive in doing our job because time is of the essence, sir.
We understand, Mr. Chair.
Yes, again, Mr. Chair, marami pong salamat sa oras.
Thank you, Congressman.